Hello, welcome to Daily Sama. This is Dr. Shalini Bahl, and every day we are systematically and playfully building mindfulness skills, 8 mindfulness skills to disrupt our 8 default biases that can help us to return to clarity, connection, creativity, ease, all of those good things that we want more of in our lives. But because of our default habits, when there's stress or there are challenges, we revert back to our default ways of working. In fact, there's research to show that almost 95% of the day we are operating on default, on autopilot. And so join me for just a few minutes, wherever you are, whether you're watching live or you're watching a recording. We're just going to do a few minutes of practice, learning how to return to mindfulness in the middle of our everyday lives. So I'm going to be drawing a daily reminder from the app Deckable based on my book, Return to Mindfulness. And the reminder, the micro practice for today is drum roll, tum tum tum. Oh, okay. So it's another equanimity card. I just pulled one yesterday, and today's is shit happens. Okay, so this is a card that reminds us that no matter what is going on in our lives, there's always going to be situations when things don't go as planned. And how can we return to equanimity? So the card reads, resistance and denial are natural responses to change. With practice, we can incline the mind towards acceptance and action. So when you meet an obstacle today, take 3 breaths. So even as I'm reading this, feel free to take 3 deep breaths, acknowledge your resistance, and remind yourself, shit happens. And then ask yourself, what's important? What's possible? Let your intentions guide your next step. So join me wherever you are and however your day is going. We're going to practice equanimity with this reminder, shit happens. So starting with lowering or closing your eyes so your attention can be inwards, or you can just maintain a soft gaze, and taking 3 deep intentional breaths. Breathing in. Exhaling through the mouth, breathing in through your nose. And then returning to your natural rhythm of the breath, moving in and out of your body. Daily. And bringing to mind a situation where you faced a challenge today. For me, it's been with this app, which seems to be running on and not working. Technology is a common area where we face challenges. So just think of any challenge that you face today, big or small. And with that breath, keeping that spaciousness in your mind, in your heart, and reminding yourself that things happen. Life doesn't always go as planned, and that's okay. That's life. It happens to everybody. And instead of letting that challenge overwhelm or take over our experience, returning back to your intention for this situation. So for me, is about being present right now for this daily Sama moment. And so even as I face this challenge with technology, I can keep returning back to my intention to show up with care. So I invite you to return to your intentions for how you want to show up for your projects, for your meetings, for your interactions. And if it's helpful, you can acknowledge the difficulty. Yes, this is hard. This is challenging. So allowing the emotions rather than suppressing the emotions, allowing the emotions to surface, whatever is there, accepting, yes, there is frustration, there is anxiety, there is fear, whatever is present for you. So making room for all of that in your mind, heart, and body. And then seeing what is most important right now. And what is one step you can take, small step you can take to show up intentionally in alignment with what is important for you. So let me know in the comments if this practice of equanimity was helpful to you, or if you faced any challenges, any questions, if something didn't make sense to you. So what we're doing here with equanimity is, first thing is to acknowledge what is your experience. So rather than suppressing, which tends to be our reaction, default reaction is to either suppress or to react. So what we're doing is instead making room to acknowledge, yes, this is hard, this is challenging, looking at what's happening for us, what is our experience, our emotions. Yes, there's fears, you want to acknowledge that. There may be frustration, acknowledge that. Using your breath to create spaciousness, to stay anchored to your awareness. And then checking in with what is most important in this situation. So cutting through all of the drama and the stories of, oh my God, this is not working out, or this always happens, rather than letting your challenge take over. You are using your intention for how you want to show up as an anchor, and then seeing what is possible. Even in the midst of this challenge, what is one small step you can take with intention? So drop me a line if you have any questions about how to practice equanimity in difficult conversations, in difficult situations. And if this mantra for today should happens, remember that, remind yourself that that's just life, right? And see if you can still move forward with intention. Until tomorrow, this is Dr. Shalini Bahl. Stay Sama. And for those of you who are just tuning in, Sama means skillful. It also means balanced, heart-centered, not heart. Oh, I keep saying heart-centered. I suppose I work a lot that in a way that's heart-centered, but Sama just means centered, equal, and in the Pali language, the language of mindfulness, it means skillful. So have fun practicing and playing with equanimity today. Return to this practice. And until I see you, stay Sama.